to the EGA Podcast. The Elite Gaming Athletes Podcast.
All right,
Crazy
boys.
lucky.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
those people won't play with me again.
Episode 10, a new kind of a new beginning for us. I don't think we're gonna add a fourth member anytime soon. We're not planning on it anyway. We may start bringing in guests though, right? That we discussed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. A lot of shit going on.
Do what we want.
Chamber just wasn't feeling the podcast anymore, so he stepped down. Which, if you're thinking about stepping down, that's the best thing to do for everybody anyway. The one thing we're gonna start doing, Epic Games every 2 weeks releases new games for free, or free games. Sorry, not new games. They're free. Dying Light is one of the new games though this week.
I played it for like 3 seconds.
What do you think?
I mean, it's not bad. Especially, I mean, I know it's initially a $30 game, but it's free, and
It was a $60 game when it first came. Yeah, it was. It's a. Well, we should play it together because you can play multiplayer, co-op on it. It's actually pretty fun.
I had Racy download it too.
Oh, okay,
so.
good.
Yeah.
You know what I played today for the first time ever?
No.
CS:GO.
Oh, what?
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Fuck
What'd you
that
think?
game. Fuck that game. It's trash,
Dude,
dude.
that's. I had the same reaction the first time I played it.
I swear to God,
fucking-
I'm shooting people and they're not fucking dying, man.
Bro, that's why I hate Vale.
Oh man! And then it would say I
Well-
hit him with one shot. I'm like, what?
Have you played like Valorant before?
I've
though,
never
CC?
played Valorant. No.
So the recoil, I'm sure you kind of could see the recoil, the way
Yeah.
the way the bullet spread work. Like they don't go where your crosshairs pointed. Like
Obviously.
yeah, you have to start aiming at their head and then like drag down to their waistline and then their toes. and
I
your
guess.
bullets are, like,
Yeah, I don't know.
bouncing
I
around
mean, I
with
was
you.
still killing people, but it was pissing me off.
Yeah.
I also don't like that you can't go ADS, and I know Valorant's the same way. So I don't know.
There's
I'm
certain
just an
there's
ADS
certain
guy.
guns you can ADS.
Yeah,
with.
yeah. There's like a couple snipers. There's like a Scar I was able to ADS with, but
That's
Yeah.
kind of weird that you want to ADS because you play a lot of Fortnite, and on that game
ADS
it's literally just
ADS with
crosshairs.
Fortnite every single time.
Yeah, but your ADS is really just a zoom in on your crosshairs, isn't it?
Yeah. I
So
mean,
it's not really
on
like
on a lot of guns it is, yeah.
yeah, but you're not aiming down sights then. you're
On some you are, like the red
A
dot,
sniper.
the red dot, the sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
So like
that-
with
I think
PUBG, it's ADS is like you literally are looking at iron
well, that's
sights.
because it's first person. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it can be third person.
Mhm.
So either way, you aim down the sights and
Yeah.
see iron.
Yeah, I
sights.
don't know. It was hard because I'm used to, zooming in and at least zooms
Yeah.
somewhat, and it was nothing. That kind of threw me off. Then I was like, I felt like I was hitting my shots, but I just wasn't. So I don't know. I mean, I'd play it again. It was okay. Honestly, like on the list here, the top 3 games of 2022 that for player count that Kai put up, Crossfire. It actually reminded me a lot of Crossfire, the graphics wise.
Crossfire, I think, is like it's like that's like the console Counter-Strike, isn't it?
I don't think it's even on console. Well, I don't know. 10 years ago when I played it, it was PC only, and it was a browser based.
Oh, really?
So it might be
it's like
different.
an
now.
older CS:GO / Call of Duty kind of
Yeah.
game, like very simple graphics.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
They made like a Crossfire X that
Did they?
me and a few buddies played when we were on console. Like,
Oh,
man, it
okay.
was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. Crossfire.
Yeah, I wanted to see what the most played games were.
Mhm.
I just tried to look overall, but I looked at via the last stats of 2022. Number 3 was the Dungeon Fighter Online, which is it's almost like another or WoW type of game, or Silk Road, something like that, where you're going through and have your little abilities and stuff like that. But it's set in like a 2D form, kind of like the old Sega Genesis games, like the fighter games where your person is just going left to right and up and down on the screen, but it's not 3D. So
You gotcha.
number 2 was Crossfire, but you'll never guess what number 1 was.
Fortnite.
See, I had a feeling you would think that, and it's
Yeah.
not.
It's not? Okay. What is it?
No, it's not. What did you think it was, Travis?
The most played game?
Yep.
I don't know. I would have guessed CS. CS has been up on that list for like fucking
Number
11
one,
years.
PUBG.
PUBG.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
PUBG.
crazy.
You know where I actually looked to see where Fortnite was rated. You know where it was?
Where?
12th.
Wow. I can't
Yeah.
believe that with it being a free game.
Well, so is PUBG
Yeah, I mean now, but
now.
Fortnite's always been free. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I know. I wasn't mad about it.
Hey, yeah, I bet not. I would have swore it would have been Fortnite. I would have bet my left nut on it.
I bet you would have, but I would have gotten it. So and sold it for 30,000. So
yeah.
I mean, they probably would have known it was yours and
If
like probably
only.
gave me like 10K for it, maybe.
Yeah, if only I could. I would sell. I would sell them both for 30,000
I bet you would.
in a heartbeat.
If only, huh? Go to the black
Yeah,
market. Maybe you
I
can.
fucking would, dude. Take them.
I'll bet you would.
Take them. I don't need them.
Take
I'm
it.
36 years old, man. I don't need shit.
I'm surprised Fortnite's never tried to implement some like crossplay. It's still, after all this time, it's still not a crossplay game.
What?
Like cross-platform.
I thought you were able to do PC.
It was
Or,
the-
I mean,
It was the
PUBG,
first. It was the.
PUBG.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Fortnite's not like
Yeah,
the first
sorry.
ever cross-platform game. I think,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
No. I'm thinking PUBG.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I
didn't
think
know it
one of the
wasn't.
main reasons for that PUBG is because like there's certain maps you can play on PC that you can't play on console. So a lot of the tested maps are on PC and released to PC before they go to console.
Right.
And if they were to release or have cross-platform, they would. But I think they could just shut off those maps for.
Yeah,
for
you would think.
cross-plat.
Or you think they could
Yeah.
bring them over? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I actually had fun playing PUBG that night you and I played, but
Yeah,
That's
it's. I mean, it's. I like it because it's difficult. Like, there's a lot you have to do in regards to movement and tactical and communications and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, comms is important in any game you play.
Right.
So I mean, regardless, that's.
I just feel like there's so many cheaters in it still.
I'm sure there is. I mean, there's a lot of cheaters in so many games, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's still a lot.
Cheaters
in,
ruin
Sea of
games.
Thieves.
In a game that like unless you hot drop, you're gonna land somewhere and you're gonna spend 20 minutes looting up just to die to a like aimbotting guy with a Car 98 3 miles away. Like
Oh yeah.
sounds like
that
Apex
happened to me
Legends
like 3 times, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it.
Last night we were playing with the Sea of Thieves or whatever, the crew that was shooting on us. One guy had 2 weapons, and he would blunder snipe almost instantly and didn't ever miss. Every time he did a blunder then a snipe, it was just dead on every time.
That's the other thing that's been surprising me is how many cheaters we've been bumping into on Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
It's like I don't ever remember that being a problem when we were playing back in the day.
Mhm.
Cheaters just
Well, I
ruin
mean, back in the day
games.
we were playing on Xbox only,
That's
so
true.
now if we have
Well-
cross-plat,
Yeah, I crossplayed a lot with some PC players back when we were like grinding out Athenas.
Mm.
Shit.
Cheaters
But-
just ruin everything, man.
they do. They,
Fucking cheaters.
I don't know. I feel like it gives them a sense of power because they have nothing in life.
Mhm.
So they want to feel power somewhere else, and they're like, "I'm
Yeah.
gonna get these cheats and be almighty." And then they're like,
I think
"I rule this world."
I think honestly a lot of it probably is people that feel like other people are cheating. Like feel like a lot of people that
They're
buy
like, well,
cheats.
if we can't beat them, let's join
Yeah,
them."
I think that, but I think a lot of those people are just people that suck. But that's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
It's the people that blame every death to a cheater and then
Yeah.
get so mad they start rage hacking.
Yeah.
Haven't
And
downloaded cheats yet.
Once you start cheating, I think it's probably pretty hard to not cheat anymore.
Well, that's because once you cheat, like everything's so easy, and then all of a sudden everything just gets instantly hard.
Right.
You don't have to put in that time or whatever to actually learn the game.
COD actually updated their anti-cheat to detect the Cronus and all like the strike back and all that.
Dude, I was watching some videos on the new COD anti-cheat, and
Mhm.
I saw they were doing shit like if they detect you're cheating, they'll make real players invisible. Legit players will be like invisible or have
Yeah, they-
like
Supposedly done that for a while. I don't.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Well, what they a couple things they did was like cheaters wouldn't be able to see other players, but also apparently I saw a video on this like a year ago that they put out like invisible like totems that
Oh yeah, I saw
that
something about
that
this.
cheaters would lock onto. So if you shoot that, then like you're a cheater, So
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty legit.
yeah, which is pretty cool. But yeah, apparently the new anti-cheat or the new update for the anti-cheat, which the anti-cheat for COD is pretty trash, but it will like notify you that before, like it won't let you get into a game because it recognizes you have a Cronus or whatever, and then if you keep trying or don't listen to the warnings, they will ban you.
I'm wondering
Granted.
if it warns you before the match, will it allow you to pull into the match with your
Mm-mm.
controller? No, I'm saying
yeah.
pull in without the Cronus, and then once you load in, you snap on your Cronus. Does it then
So,
again detect it
I
and then kick you?
think it will ban you then if you do that, because I think it's like it will give you like a warning, like you have this, you can't play, and if it detects it again, then you get banned. I'm not 100% sure on that though. I just watched some videos. Joe had a video on it. A few other like big creators had videos on it. So yeah,
That's kind of like we talked about Siege's anti-cheat, didn't we? Or it's not really like an anti-cheat, but it's the way that they're trying to stop people from using Zen on console.
yeah.
They're
Use
like
64 mil.
introducing latency to
Yeah,
their side of the game. So like the
Yeah.
game just lags like crazy if you're using a.
it's good,
You
man.
can still play. It just
Yeah,
it makes
Good
it
luck.
impossible to kill
Yeah.
things.
I don't know why you wouldn't. Hold on just a second.
Just switch to PC. They don't want to play MNK against other PC players though, because they get wrecked. So they
Yeah.
they play
That's why they
PC
go to
or
Xbox
MNK
and try and
against
put
controller players and just destroy everyone.
That's why I think it's like it's like a form of cheating, right?
Yeah, 100% it is.
100%, yeah, for sure it is.
It's in their terms when you first get Siege that you cannot play mouse and keyboard on console, but they added it to their terms like after the game was released. So they can't technically ban people for using MNK because it wasn't like an original rule. Like
Right.
it wasn't cheating when the game came out.
Yeah,
So this was their way of trying to combat it.
the big problem with like banning people is you can just make a new account unless you get like hardware banned or whatever. Like I got hardware banned on Fortnite and I didn't cheat. So yeah, yeah, that's the shitty part.
You're still sticking to that story.
I will never. I've never cheated in my life. Cheated on a few tests in school, but I've never cheated in the game.
Hey,
Yeah.
you were just saying once a cheater, always a cheater.
There it is.
Yeah, not in video games, man. Not in video games. I got no life, so yeah, man. I don't know. I'm just cheating sucks. Cheating ruins it for everybody. I don't know why.
Agreed.
Why people feel the need
It's
to
that
cheat.
I think it's that instant gratification that a lot of people have to have nowadays.
Yeah.
So they need that cheat to get that instant gratification. It's kind of like likes on Facebook and Instagram and all that shit. Like as soon as you post it, you get those likes for instant gratification. And same thing when it comes to the cheating.
So another thing that we've discussed before is Kick, the kick.com, how a lot of people feel like the views are kind of inflated on that platform. So I saw a video and it was saying that lurkers or every viewer counts as 2. Okay.
Ooh,
so
nice.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's just a glitch or what's going on with I have no clue. I was like, and then I also saw in the same video that you could open up like 10 tabs for, well, maybe not 10, but you could open up multiple tabs for one person and it would count, right? So I was bored the other night and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. So I hopped onto Kick and I went to a streamer that I follow. I'm not gonna say their name. It wasn't Kai, obviously. He's the only one that I really watch on there. But I followed a few other people that Kai had rated stuff. And I was like, we're just gonna try this. So I opened up 3 tabs and I refreshed and I waited 5 minutes. I refreshed again and they went up 6 views. Okay. I closed one tab down, they went down 2 views. I closed another tab, they went down 2 views. And then I opened up 5 total and they were up 10. So it made sense. So but I tried it on 3 different streamers on Kick. So it seems to be, I don't know for sure, but it seems you can open up multiple tabs. So But
Kai's
that's
over here he's got like 26 kick tabs open right now. He's going live.
I'm going every time I go live. I'm opening up my own kick stream.
his
16
computer
times.
He's
fucking
just got a
crash.
pin to his browser.
Um,
14 Kaiser Kai.
But yeah,
Nice.
so I guess everybody was calling it view bots. Wouldn't really consider that view bots. I would just say it's kind of a glitch that they have that each viewer counts as 2.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if it's a glitch or like the numbers show like if then statements within the coding, like if viewer count equals blah, then let viewer count equal.
yeah,
times 2
I don't know, but I like I said, I feel like I figured it out, but and it worked like almost perfectly. Like it would go up by 2 every time or more. It would never be less than 2. So I don't know if more people also tuned in also,
How does it work with people who have odd numbers though?
I really don't know. I don't know that. I just know that it like went up for 2 every time. I don't know if maybe an odd number would show up for like if you had a bot in there, if it would just show up as
an
1
odd
maybe.
number of viewers? Wouldn't it still just double?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
What would be if everything doubles?
There's
every
definitely
view doubles. How could you have an odd number?
There's definitely people with odd number of views in there though. So that's kind of the part that I don't understand. But it seemed to work for me. But again, it was just me sitting here bored on like a Wednesday night or whatever night. Because I told you that I thought I figured it out, Kai.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it would make sense if the bots like so. For example, I have bot tricks or whatever for my mod to give alerts and stuff like that. Maybe that's what it's counting as 1.
I think
we should.
I think we should try it to where like I go live on Kick or something since I don't really stream on Kick. And then like you should open up 5 tabs. Travis should open up 5. We should get everybody to try to just get me to like 100 views and see if it actually works. And then just shut it down. You
just want views to get.
We could make it on. We could make it on.
It's like here's what we're gonna do. You guys are all gonna open up 26 tabs of me on Kick, and you're just gonna watch for like an hour.
You know what I thought about doing last night?
That.
I really thought about doing. I thought about making an EGA kick page last night. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I thought about streaming the fights on it.
What fights? Our fights?
The UFC fights.
Like when I call you an idiot?
No, everybody sees that. That's normal shit. But I thought about streaming the UFC fights because technically you can do that, right?
I have no idea.
I don't think there's any terms of service really with Kick.
But is there for the fights?
Yeah. Were they going to shut down the stream? I don't know.
I don't
thought
know.
about trying it.
Yeah.
Cease
Joe
and
Rogan's
assist.
watching CC.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this motherfucker, he's ripping off.
Yeah.
He's ripping off.
Dana White,
EGA
all these viewers would have had to buy
to shut those idiots down.
Dana White come in here and beat my ass.
Oh, I'd laugh. I'd put that live on fucking Kick stream.
I'd pay money to watch that.
Yeah, no, right? I would sub to my own channel to watch.
If you want to pay me, if you want to see me get my ass kicked, just go to YouTube and type in my fucking name, and you can see it. All my fights are on YouTube, most of them.
I would sub with every single one of my open browsers to
all 26.
I appreciate that. What's new with the Hogwarts Legacy? I see they got a mod there. They got multiplayer.
So the mod's been out for a little bit, like I think somewhere around just shortly after it came out. But you can get the mod on PC only. I think it has to be through their Discord. So it's called the Together Teams patron, or the patron of the Together's team, Together Teams. You can. From what I saw, the prices range from $5.50 to $21, depending on what level, and I think that's going to be how long you're in the server, all that good stuff.
Oh, okay.
So once you subscribe to their Patreon, you're invited to their Discord. You go to the Discord, there's going to be a link to download the mod, and you can play with up to 10 people on Hogwarts Legacy as co-op, basically.
Oh, right on.
But they did warn it's still in the early stages, so even when you download the mod and you guys are playing together, there's still going to be instances, like I've seen videos of people like kind of floating, or they get hit by some sort of attack and they just go flying across the map type of thing. So there are still bugs that they're trying to work out.
But you can play co-op.
What do you mean this third-party early access mod is not perfectly optimized for my PC? Trash. It's trash.
I don't like this.
You can have 10 people?
Yeah, you can have up to 10 people.
Damn. That's pretty crazy.
Actually.
Right? I know I've seen a lot of the times I see the mod where it's like a split screen co-op type of thing, where on one side obviously you have the person you're playing with, on the other side you. I obviously think with 10 people it doesn't happen that way. It's just you're 10 in the same world and you're doing whatever, and it's just a full screen. So I'm wondering if co-op it would show a split screen, and then for over 2 people it would just go into open world and you can see those people in your game or the server or whatever it is, however it operates.
So are you progressing your own story in like this open like it's a one server that everyone has their own story in, or is it like everyone's helping with one person's story if you join their game?
Yes.
I don't think he knows.
I have no idea.
Sick.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
that'd be a deal breaker, because like I don't know if it's like Dark Souls where you're loading into somebody's game and you're just helping them progress their story for no benefit other than playing together.
Well, I mean, I guess if your character's already maxed out, maybe it'd be fine.
Just something to do.
I feel like you wouldn't be able to do it that way if you all start fresh, because if you're helping one person progress, as you know, you learn those different spells, and then your character gets stronger, especially as it grades.
That's what I'm saying. You'd have to be progressing together, otherwise it's
Right.
going to be like you're going to have to be bouncing back and forth between people's servers to try and like keep everyone on the same level.
Yeah, especially playing with 10 people. I would feel like you guys would be able to just all do the mission at the same time, find gear and loot. I have no idea how that works. I just know currently there is a mod where people can play together. So I don't know when it's expected to be mostly bug free or what have you, but if we really wanted to, we could actually mod together right now for $5.50.
Maybe you guys have to try it out.
Don't tell me how to live my life, man.
Yeah, we could try it out. Talk about it next week.
Somebody needs to, Kai. Somebody needs to.
Somebody. Jesus.
What happened to I thought the people that made the mod for like Skyrim multiplayer were working on a mod for, is that the same people or is it different people? I think it's different people.
I have no clue.
The mod for Skyrim is the same people working on the mod for Harry Potter?
Yeah, the first mod that I heard about that was going to be for multiplayer for Harry Potter was going to be the same guys that made the Skyrim multiplayer mod.
Has the Skyrim multiplayer already been released?
Skyrim multiplayer mod was released a long time. Skyrim's like what, 12 years old now?
Well, I know how old Skyrim is. Yeah, I just didn't know if it was like one of the newer ones or anything like that.
I'm trying to look up the
people who created it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All I know is the people who made the Hogwarts one, which is the Together team. So if that doesn't sound familiar, probably not.
They made Skyrim together.
Who knows? Both of your faces are flashing white. God, you guys are so pale now.
So pale.
You're all pale.
It's still good on mine, so it doesn't. It's all right. Mine's the only one that matters right now. Recording.
Yeah, both don't matter. I did find out also that Meet Your Maker was actually released on the 4th, so just a few days ago.
Yeah, I'm actually looking that up right now because it's on the list. So I can buy it right now. So
yeah, well, I sent you the list yesterday, so you could have looked it up then. Yeah, but
I didn't.
The other team.
Yeah, well, see, yeah, it's $30 right now, which is funny because the game that you can get for free on Epic. Oh, see,
yeah, the Together team is the people that made the multiplayer mod for Skyrim. It's the same people.
See, same people.
Yeah.
So it'll be great one day.
It should be great.
Yeah, Meet Your Maker actually looks
work out the bugs.
Pretty badass, honestly.
Yeah, I was watching someone play on Steam when I went onto the page, and for the most part, the reviews are very positive. And so when you go into a map, obviously each map is created by a different player, and you can rate the map based on what it's liked or whatever.
Does the game have maps, or you have to create a map first?
No, I don't know if you have to create a map to go into maps, but you can go to people's maps, and like everything levels up via like XP and stuff and whatever have you. So like you can level up your guns, and I noticed he had like a sword or something that you can actually break traps with. So say you go and you see a trap, you break it, then it can't do any damage to you, but if you don't see it, it can kill you type of thing. So, or injure you. I don't know. Again, I don't know fully how it works, but he was going around breaking a bunch of traps that he would see, like go upstairs, turn around and see a trap and then jump and break it before it could damage him or anything like that. So, it's not like there's just like a long bridge that they make just full of traps and you can't do anything and just have to suck it up or whatever. It's like literally you can break the traps and then you get points based off of that, based off kills. And I didn't see if there. I feel like there was loot he picked up and then you could get out with. But you can create your own maps. It's very much like what's that name of the game, Travis? What is it? Bedrock or what was that?
Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah. So you know how like when you beat a level or whatever, you get the XP and then you can level up like guns and perks and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Very similar to that kind of setup, but it's a different. You can go to a different map every time, and you can rate the map that the other players have created. So I mean, the guy looked like he was having fun. It looked kind of fun to me. It wasn't like a whole bunch of just crappy thrown together kind of stuff. Anyways, first person, multiple weapons, all that stuff. So looks like a pretty decent game, especially for $30.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it more. I have to watch somebody play it.
Yeah, I'd
graphics
never even heard
are-
of this game until
The
now.
graphics are pretty interesting.
I mentioned it
It
last
kind of
week,
looks
I
like
think.
it looks like Doom just from the tiles on Steam.
Yeah, kind of.
Some of that.
Kind of a
like
Doom
more
vibe.
realistic
Yeah.
Doom. A more realistic Borderlands, kind of.
Yeah.
Just the way they move and hold
I mean,
everything.
yeah. I mean, those
Yeah.
are yeah.
Not knowing anything about this game though.
Yeah. I don't know much about it, but yeah, we'll definitely
I'll have to check it out.
keep y'all updated on that.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm waiting for the release for the Disney, what was it, Speedrunner or whatever have you,
We were
the
talking
combat
about last week.
car. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The release for this month that they're gonna have is only for people who do the Founders package. So you can't just get it for free. That'll be out later. Only the Founders pack can get it this month, from what I've seen. So
Did you get invited for CS2, CC?
No.
Apparently, it's just like a random draw. If you have CS:GO loaded up on the main screen of CS:GO, it'll tell you.
I guess I don't know because it was like weird. The interface on that game's kind of weird.
I know, yeah, it's hard to figure out.
So yeah.
The other thing that's crazy that I've never tried screwing around with on CS:GO is like the modded lobbies. You know, there's like dedicated servers that you can search out.
I don't
you can play
know
like
anything about it. Like I said, I just went into a game. Like it took me forever to figure out how to get into a game. So
there's like zombie game modes you can play. There's like WoW game modes. And
anybody
like
remember the zombie
mods?
Zombie game mode on Halo 3?
I was waiting for you to say it. You know where that came from?
Where?
People were playing it on Halo 2. We used to play it on Halo 2 all the time. They made it an actual game mode
no
in
shit.
Halo 3. So it was no
like the
shield.
infection.
Yeah.
But you would have to manually switch teams in Halo 2.
Mm.
So you'd have one person running around with a sword and everybody else was running around with shotguns. And if you got hit with the sword, you would switch teams to the zombie. And you could go on for hours playing that game in Halo 2 because you just switch teams. But on Halo 3, it was like first whatever points won.
Yeah, it was fun. It was that. Yeah, that's kind of what that reminds me of.
I can't tell you how many hours I spent playing zombies with all our friends on Halo 2.
For sure.
That was
the good old Halo days, man.
I miss
it. Dude, I miss like the OG Black Ops zombies. I feel like all the zombies maps on the newer CODs got just way too complex.
Well, it used to be literally just a run of how long you could last, and now it's become like you can do a whole storyline and whatever.
I think the last map that I really enjoyed was probably Moon, and that was like because the Easter egg was doable. It was like complex, and there was a lot of like RNG based stuff that made it hard, but it was doable. And then like all the Easter eggs on the new maps, I feel like you have to like fucking you have to watch endless YouTube videos and do research on every step of.
Yeah,
like nobody would ever figure that shit out on their own. Like you'd have to
friends that play that. I never really got into the zombie stuff. I mean, the camos for Cold War were really cool. Yeah. I wanted to get into it for the camos, the zombie camos, but I was just like, this is just so like.
The map. I thought the map on Cold War was fun with the down airplane, all that good stuff. Like it was fun, but yeah, trying to do the mission like you had to like grind some skull and get whatever and all this shit, and then it would unlock another area. I just played the evac and just got out after level 20 or whatever it was.
Yeah. The back to on Call of Duty, the campaigns have been really good the last couple of CODs. I haven't played the new one all the way through yet, But Cold War campaign was phenomenal. Thought it was great.
I think my overall favorite Call of Duty was probably World at War. Or not World at War, what was it? World War II? Like it's the same time frame, but it was like the one before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
that's a good one.
time frame, but
What I liked about Reagan was in a Cold War. Oh, that's cool.
during the zombies?
No, the campaign. It's a regular campaign.
Oh yeah. A lot of the campaigns are good, I think.
Yeah. They're really like stepping that up, and nobody really plays the campaign anymore. So, but I need to finish the new one because it was pretty good. What I've played through it so far was pretty good. So,
yeah, it's because everyone. I mean, I like the newer styled games just because I relate to it a lot more. You know, I'm not saying the old ones aren't fun, but it's just when you can relate to it, it just pulls you in more. I think.
Right. Obviously. Yeah. The story is like really good.
Yeah. Story's good. Story's not. Pulls you in either way.
So
I didn't buy a single COD for like the longest time. I think I didn't buy a COD after Black Ops 2 until Warzone came out, and then I played Warzone and ended up getting the multiplayer for it.
I have owned every COD because
I'm not buying another COD. It's all repeat.
My son, he's now 19, and when a new one would come out, he would be like, "Oh, can we get this?" And it's so hard to say no because I remember being a kid and wanting to get a new game, and we couldn't afford it. I lived with a single mom. She couldn't afford to buy me new games very often.
Right.
And it was like, dude, yeah. I didn't really play a lot of them. He played them. The last one I really played was Ghost before Cold War. But I
just remember when I was in high school, it would you'd be like peer pressured by all your friends to buy the next COD. Everyone would be like, "Man, it's so good. It's way better than any other COD that's ever been out."
Oh, yeah.
And then you buy it and you play it for like a week, and everyone's like, "Yeah, this game's shit."
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play it anymore.
Oh, I remember standing in line for hours at GameStop waiting for literally like the time they open to release the game. Finally get it, go in, instantly insert it, and start playing. And there's people that are already like level 50, and you're like, how the fuck have you put this much time in?
Did anybody do like the midnight releases for games back in the day?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, I remember me and my friends used to go to Video Games Etc. instead of GameStop, even though you would usually get like extra shit in the game if you went to GameStop. But we would go to Video Games Etc. because they would order like pizza and shit while everybody sat outside. The Video Games Etc. would order pizza.
That's legit.
Yeah, and they would like bring you pizza and pop and shit, and everybody would just sit there and bullshit. Like it was, you would get your spot in line, and then everybody would just go into like a big circle, and we would all just like talk about like what we were gonna play in the game and how the demo was. Remember demos? Like I don't really feel like there's demos anymore.
There's not. You don't have
a demo for Demonologist.
Is there? I'll have to check that out then. But yeah, I remember like the UFC games, like everybody talking about like what, just everybody bullshitting about the game. In like Halo 3, everybody just bullshitting about like how they're gonna, like what they're gonna do first. And
dude, I remember people going to the GameStop on South Hill, and they'd like fucking set up tents like a few days before like a new Halo was gonna release. All the fucking nerds camping out in their tents at GameStop.
I was like, I'll get it, but I'm not setting up for.
Did any of you guys buy the books for games ever?
No, I never.
You never. Okay, so I never bought a book until GTA 5. I did buy that because that was like the first big release after I was out on my own, and like I could really afford to spend the extra $20 on the book.
See, I don't like reading, so I mean, I didn't like reading. I can't.
I don't remember ever using it. I don't think I ever used it.
I think there's 2 books I've bought in my life, and it was just for the people who it was to get their signatures on the book, and then have that piece for basically like a collection. But I haven't read the books because reading to me is just it hurts.
I always tell everybody like I hate reading so much I don't even read stop signs. So
all you have to do is look at the shape.
Yeah.
Big red octagon and be like, oh.
Yep. But no, I the books. I remember my cousin when I was a kid. He had just stacks of books because he had like Final Fantasy and he played through all that shit. And he would buy books for all of his games. I'm just like, dude, how did you not only afford the game, but like you got the book too? Like his parents, had more money than mine did. So I remember
Been
always
there.
wanting the books. Like when he would get done with the game, I would just like I'd sit there and read the book while he was playing the game. You know, like
I was
my cousin's
excited.
5 years older than me, so yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 3 came with like it was like a insert in the game
The map?
thing or whatever, and you pull out the map was
Yep.
fucking huge,
Yeah.
and I'd
I
fucking
put
that on
that
my
map
wall.
on my wall when my
Yeah,
cousin bought the game, and I'm like, "Can I have this?" He's like, "Yeah, I have the
Sure.
book. I don't care." And I remember putting it on my wall. Yeah,
I did.
Everybody had that map on their wall, right?
Oh, everybody.
Yeah.
If you played Grand Theft Auto 3, especially PS2, that map was on your wall, like right above your TV.
Like the Vice City map.
Yeah.
Hanging up behind your TV or something.
Yeah. Those the good old days of gaming, man. The good old days.
I know, I miss it.
You guys remember all the old like walkthroughs that you used to be able to get for like the old N64 games? Like
the walkthrough
there
books?
was what was it?
Yeah, you could get like the whole. It would be like a dictionary on like how
that's what I mean when I say the books, like
it was like
the walkthrough guide.
Okay.
Yeah.
There
was a
I had the walkthrough for the Ocarina of Time and like Majora's Mask back in the day.
There was a game, it was like gamefax.com. You could go to and type in whatever game and what you wanted from it, whether it be cheats or a walkthrough or whatever for certain levels.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd go to the section and it was just posted online.
Yeah.
And I remember when my cousin showed me that, I was like, fucking game changer. You come to a boss you couldn't figure out how to beat, go to that walkthrough and be like, oh.
I had a friend that used to go to cheatcodecentral.com. Was like and he would, anytime that he would get a new game or I would get a new game, he would go print off all the cheats.
I remember printing off some cheats.
It's like you printed these off, dude. Like can you just write it down? He's like, no, man, I got every cheat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My parents used to get so mad when I'd do shit like that. I'd have like a 25-page print off of like a walkthrough for like a Nintendo game.
And it was on a printer that didn't have like the duplexing capability, so it was all just like a single-sided fucking page.
Shit. Use all the
ink, all the toner and printer paper on fucking a cheat code book that I printed out when I was 12.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
What? Half of it was just the ad space on the side from the internet.
The good old days of computing too, guys.
Reminds me of using like remember before like GPSs on phones, or everyone had a GPS in their car. You go to MapQuest and you print out all the directions on MapQuest.
I remember
something kids today will never
the MapQuest
experience.
The MapQuest days. Then everybody had that one friend that got the GPS that they could mount like on their windshield first. So we like, hey, can I borrow that? We're going here. So everybody would just pass it around.
I remember going
the Garmin or the TomTom.
Garmin was top tier.
Yeah.
I remember going to a base in North Carolina from Michigan, and the first time we just listened to how my uncle, my stepdad's brother, told us how to get there. So it was like drive down to Tennessee and then cut over to North Carolina. So you drive down like 17 and then cut over on 20 or whatever it was, and it took us like 19 or something hours to do that drive, 20 hours something. And I MapQuested it the next time I went. And bro, when I MapQuested, it was like 12 hours.
Oh, shit.
I was like, what? But it took us down through like Ohio, West Virginia, all that stuff into North Carolina, the top, and then right to it. So instead of making like the A and B, I just went through the C squared. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my dad was a trucker my whole life, like growing up. So he always carried like the Atlas with him or whatever. Yeah. And he would always like try to tell me how to get places when we were going to Texas. He's like, oh yeah, you just go down. Oh, take this. I'm like, dude, no, I got GPS, man. Like,
this is
I'm good. I'm not gonna pull out a book, you know.
Yeah. I remember having multiple maps in the glove box.
Yeah, back when.
You'd have to fucking fold it out.
Like, why do they call it a map pocket?
And you could never get that fucker folded back up, but your dad could. Yeah. You could never get that map folded back up, but your dad sure could.
Yeah, no, it was like a fucking accordion folded in half with like one page on top of the other. I don't know.
You guys remember getting cards to go to like your friend's birthday party, and like inside the card would be like a whole folded up packet of like MapQuest on how to get to the.
Yeah,
I don't remember that. No. Well, I lived in a very small town, so.
Yeah. You used to get birthday cards all the time in like elementary school, and it would be like a whole packet of MapQuest, like how to get to the birthday party location from like the freeway in downtown Puyallup.
You would tuck the MapQuest thing under the bow of the present, so that way when you grab the present, you had the MapQuest, and you'd be like, all right, Ma, we gotta turn left on Aurelius, go down to Bishop. And
I grew up in Central City, Iowa. That's right, Central City, Iowa.
Oof. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Barry Allen.
Very
Got it.
fucking small town. Yeah.
So cool. Yeah.
Very small town.
Do they have the flash drink at any of your?
No.
No.
I didn't even know the Flash was from Central City until I was like an adult.
Oh well,
Yeah.
you live and you learn is what it is,
Yeah.
honestly.
Right.
So
I was not a big comic book guy.
Bless me.
Well, it's a good thing I said cartoon/game because
Yeah.
one of the questions I looked up was like, did you ever have a crush on a cartoon or game character? And I have one, and I feel like we all had this one, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
And it's gonna sound bad, but I think everybody had it.
Okay.
Lola Bunny
No.
on Space Jam. No?
No,
Oh
no.
man, when I was a kid, dude, I was like, Lola Bunny, her attitude, bro, was so top notch. She was like, don't ever call me hun.
Definitely got to be Cortana, dude. Cortana takes
Oh,
that one wins.
Laura
Cortana
Croft.
wins.
Lola was before Cortana, but once Cortana came out, dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
Laura
And I was
Croft,
like-
Tomb Raider, baby.
Or
She
yeah.
was good.
I
Oh
see
yeah.
it.
The
Oh, yeah.
live. Are you talking about live action or are you talking about video game? I mean, both are.
Both.
Both. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Laura
Yeah.
Croft was hot.
I
for
remember
sure.
just playing that game and like being like, "Oh yeah, climb that,
Oh,
climb
yeah.
that,
Climb that. When I first saw the first one, with Angelina Jolie,
Mhm.
I was like, "Ooh, Angelina Jolie's so hot." Now, I mean, I've grown up now and I like seeing her. I'm like, not necessarily my type, but when I was a kid, it was just like, "Ooh,
Oh,
a
yeah.
hot woman with,
Yeah.
big boobs or whatever."
Mhm.
And then she did like that thing where she like took the towel off and you saw a little bit of side boob, and as a kid, you were like,
Yeah,
third base. It's just-
side boob was awesome.
oh, it was. Yeah,
Still is awesome.
I just saw my first porno.
Oh shit, yeah.
I remember having to turn away from Titanic too.
Jessica Rabbit. Nobody.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jessica Rabbit for sure.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, she was she was hot, but at the same time, she was a fucking psycho.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think all men are kind of attracted to that at some point in their life.
Ever seen that hot crazy Matrix video? They can't be that
Oh,
hot
yeah.
and not be crazy.
I don't think so.
Yeah, the hotter they are, the crazier they are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The guy has like a whole fucking scale written out. Like if they're a 10, they're fucking
Yep.
extremely crazy.
Yep. The unicorn.
Yeah, he was like, "This is what you call a
There's
unicorn."
0 on the crazy and a 10
Mhm.
on the attractiveness scale.
Yep.
That's a unicorn. They don't
That's
exist, boys.
Yeah.
If you find one, capture it so we can study it.
Yeah, please. Yeah, that's why they don't exist.
Yeah. All right. Well, a little shorter episode today, guys. Only about 45 minutes, but I think we went over everything we wanted to talk about. Next week we'll try to bring a little more to the table.
Hey,
I don't
short's
think you
not
talked
always
about-
bad, right?
You
That's what my
you
wife
missed
keeps telling
one.
me.
I will say though, your
My
Oh, which
wife
one?
keeps telling me that.
Which one?
The second one.
Oh, WWE sold to the UFC parent company. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could talk about that a little bit. Did you guys hear anything about that at all?
I read about it via your message in Discord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
So-
somebody messaged me in Discord about it a few days ago.
yeah.
So Endeavor bought WWE for like $9 billion.
Jesus,
Crazy.
Pete.
Yeah, it's
And
twice what the UFC
that's all
sold
owned by
for.
Dana, right?
No, it's owned
Oh.
by, I believe it's more Saudi owned. I could be wrong.
So is that a publicly owned or traded company?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But all I know is that both of those are going to be under the same roof now. So for sure, video games, I bet there's going to be crossover. But
Has to be.
they're already all tweeting at each other and stuff, trying to get that little extra bit of clout and argue with each other. So
Didn't Ronda Rousey go from the UFC to WWE?
yeah. So Brock Lesnar went the other way. So yeah.
It seems like a backward switch.
It does, yeah.
Well,
Go from real fighting to fake fighting.
when you can't hack it in the real fighting anymore,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you go make
Once
a
she
lot of
lost that
money somewhere
undefeated
else.
title.
She lost one fight and was like, I'm done.
Well, she lost one and then she came back and then she lost another
Lost
one
again.
brutally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I
she
watched
still
that
made
fight.
good money. Did anybody watch the fights last night?
I didn't watch the
not
fights, but I
last
saw
night.
the recaps. of them.
Crazy amount of fights. Jorge
good.
Masvidal retired. Gamebred, yeah. And Israel Adesanya, who is the long reigning middleweight champ, had actually lost to the dude that he fought last night a couple months ago, and came back and knocked him out last night. It was really cool.
Yeah, I heard somebody. I can't remember who the rapper was, but they said they'd put $100,000 down on him or something like that. No, it wasn't Drake.
Well, I know
It
Drake
was some.
put a bunch of
Drake's
money
always
down
doing
last
crazy
time.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a guess,
He
though.
bet like
It was somebody else.
1.2 million on the fights last night, and he made a lot of money. So
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sure.
shit.
Yeah, but there was someone else who said they were going to, and he was like, "You put that money down. I'm promising you right now, I'm not losing." And
he
sure enough,
lost.
fucking won. No, he won.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jorge Masvidal because yeah,
No.
he said Jorge did a interview and he's like, bet the house I'm winning, and he lost. So
No, it wasn't that guy.
Hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't Jorge.
yeah, Israel Adesanya won. That was wild. It was a crazy fight. I get so into that shit, man. Like I start screaming and yelling when somebody wins that I want to win. My girlfriend gets so pissed. She's like, dude,
Reminds
do
me
you
of my
have
mom
to do
watching the University of Michigan play football.
that? That's me watching the Iowa Hawkeyes play football, even though they fucking suck.
Oh my god! I remember Racy and I went to a Michigan State game. Our friend Cody was up in Michigan. It was Michigan State versus Penn State, which Penn State is MSU's like biggest rival.
Mm-hmm.
And the day actually kind of got rained out in the like third quarter, so we were waiting for like 2 hours, and we decided to go home. And then they started letting people back in for free just to watch the game, and then we ended up winning, even though we were down like 14 points or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up coming back and winning. It was insane. Cody was upset he left, but when we were there and we made the first touchdown, I was like screaming and cheering and stuff, and I just like zoom in on Racy's face, and he's just sitting there like, damn it. Like, he's a UFM fan, so he was there just because Cody and I were there, but he kind of wanted us to lose just to kind of rub it in. But we won.
Being a dick, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, that's Racy.
Yeah, he's a dick, but we love him.
He is.
You guys see Drake's Super
He's
Bowl
our
bet?
dick.
Drake
What was it?
bet like it was like $770,000 on the Chiefs to win or something.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, it was.
Well, they won,
I
didn't
just-
they? Yeah, they won. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like a $1.5 million payout.
that's insane.
So he doubled his money.
Yeah,
That's
I'm like,
insane.
crap. Dude, it takes money to make money. You got
That's
that much
right.
money you can just play
Yeah,
with. It's
think I'm just
not
gonna
hard to
use-
make more.
The money I'm going to use is called time.
Yeah.
Since time equals money, then me putting in time equals me putting in money, right?
Yeah. God, man.
I'm gonna go that route. It's a little bit safer.
Yeah, I used to bet, like, me and my friends used to bet on UFC fights all the time, but yeah, I could never imagine.
I don't think it was for
winning that
hundreds
much.
of thousands of dollars.
It was definitely not. Well,
No.
yeah, for a time it was like $5-10 a piece, and I used to pay my friends in money orders.
Ooh.
So if it was like $5, $10, I'd go to the post office and get a money order. One of my friends actually framed a bunch of money orders that I gave him, so he's got them framed. Yeah. But yeah, it cost me like $2 extra, but it was like an extra fuck you because they'd have to take it to the bank, you know.
Bro, that's what I did with my taxes. When I got $1 back, I wanted a check for that dollar because it's gonna take more time and money to send me that one fucking dollar. Like, you fucking bitches.
Frame that bitch too. Frame that bitch.
Oh,
Don't
I'm
cash it.
think I won't, bro.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see that bitch framed.
I'm not even gonna cash it. It's literally a $1.
Fuck yes.
Look at that. $1,
dude. You gotta frame that. You gotta frame that.
100%. I'm not even gonna cash it ever. I'm just gonna keep it framed.
That's awesome.
If someone were to steal that check off of this video and cash it themselves, I wouldn't care. I'm just keeping this piece of paper and framing it.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
give
$1.
a shit. Yeah.
Oh shit.
How dare you steal my dollar? Reminds me of that old insurance commercial where he's like, got you $1. It's
Right.
like what the government's doing to me.
Guy, you want to take us home, man?
Yeah, I love going home. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Kaiser Kai. Tell us what game character or cartoon character you were attracted to or had a crush on. I would suggest looking into the mods or Meet Your Maker. Great games. As CC mentioned, the Epic Games, they do have free games every 2 weeks. So if you've got that launcher, look it up, pull out the free games. And then also
Dying Light this week, yeah.
Dying Light this week, yep. Don't forget to give us a rating. Let us know how good, bad we are, what things you want to hear us talk about, or any suggestions you have. Open to criticism. So absolutely review us and leave us some comments. Let us know what to do next.
Right.
Then we'll put it on the next podcast, right?
Got anything to add to that, Travis?
Right. Oh, thanks for tuning in. Everything Kai said.
We'll see y'all next week.